warm fairly quickly. So we're going to start standing at the back of your mat today. Feet are hip distance apart. I want you to just lift your toes, spread them out and put them back down on the floor. Bring the weight forward into those toes and lift your heels. Come all the way up into a high rise. Then lower the heels back down. Bring the weight into the heels so that you can lift the toes off the floor. And then bring forwards. Now I have pinned my video, but if it's loud at your house, if you could just mute yourself, that would be great so that it doesn't jump to your screen for everybody else as well. And bring the toes forward, lift the heels. And bring the heels down. Last one where we lift the toes. And now let's really start warming up. You're going to soften your knees, roll your head down towards the floor, allow your spine to follow. You're just gently pulling the belly up away from your shirt. Bring your hands to the floor and walk yourself out into a plank. We're not going to be here for long, so I want you to squeeze your butt, pull your tummy up, and then stick your bum to the ceiling and walk your hands back towards your feet. When your heels touch, bring your hands off the floor and roll and stack your spine one vertebra at a time till you're standing again. Breathe in at the top, breathe out, roll down. Keep the weight in your heels as you roll down. Bring your hands to the floor and you're going to walk your hands out. 2, 3, 4. If the full plank is too much, just drop onto your knees. But I want you to focus on squeezing your butt and pulling your tummy up. Then stick your butt to the ceiling. Walk your hands back, 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 and roll all the way back up. One vertebra stacks on it at a time. Head at the end. Inhale at the top. Exhale, roll down, all the way down. Let your shoulders dangle. When your hands touch the floor, you soften your knees even more and you walk the hands out for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold your plank or drop to your knees and keep holding. Squeeze your butt cheeks. Draw your tummy away from your shirt. Stick your butt to the ceiling. Walk yourself back. Really feel like you're trying to push those heels down. And then roll all the way up from there. Take a breath in at the top. Breathe out. Roll down. Head goes down towards the floor. You're going to come now to a hands and knees position. So walk out into that hand and knee position. Your hands are right underneath your shoulders. Good. Knees are underneath your hips. And you're going to go into your little knee tuck. So your toes tuck underneath you. Your tummy lifts up away from your shirt. You're going to press into the floor and lift your knees off the ground. For 3, 2, 1, and down. Now, I'm looking around at you. I want you to all think of lengthening through your pelvis a little bit. You're all quite round through your low back. Lengthen out through your low back. And everybody look half a meter in front of you as you lift the tummy and lift the knees. For 3, 2, 1. That's better. And back down. 3 more like this. Lift the tummy, lift the knees. For 3, 2, 1, and back down. 2 to go. Lift and hover. 3, 2, 1, and down. And last one. And back down. From there, keep your butt nice and steady over your knees. Take your hands slightly wider than your shoulders. And as you breathe out, you're going to come into a push-up. I want your elbows to go right back towards your hips as your head and chest head towards the floor. Then push yourself back up. You go down. So majority of the weight is staying over your knees. Yeah. Elbows go backwards. So we're really trying to get those triceps to turn on. 2 more. And up. Down and lift. Turn your hands over just for a moment. Give your wrists a little rest. And then we're going to do 5 more. This time you're going to turn your fingers so they're sort of facing one another. We're going to do a slightly wide push-up. So rather than a tricep push-up. As you bend down elbows are going to go wide and then press up. Elbows go wide and press. So just working slightly different muscles in the shoulder girdle. Down and lift. 2 more. You're still feeling like you're drawing your belly up away from your t-shirt. Down and lift. And again, turn those hands over. Give them just a quick rest. We've got 1 more section on our hands and our wrists, and then we'll give them a bit more of a break. So coming back, you can come into a knuckle position if you need to, if it's too much flexion on your wrists. Otherwise, you're going to come into your hands and knees position. Again, knees are right underneath your hips, hands are underneath your shoulders. You're just going to lift and engage. Your tummy draws away from your shirt. Reach one arm forward. It's going to come up near your ear. Take your other leg straight back behind you. The leg, or the leg that's lifted, that hip is parallel to the floor. Really reach your leg and your arm out. Stretch your hand and your foot away from one another. Hold for 3, 2, 1, and bring it back down. Spread your fingers out on the hand that's going to stay. We're going to do the opposite arm and leg. Stretch and hold and reach out. Draw the belly up and away from the shirt. Reach your hand and your foot away from one another. And in. Now we're going to increase the work and the pace a little. We're going to reach out the arm and the leg. Then you're going to curl your back, so you round your spine, touch your elbow to your knee underneath you, and then straighten. Round, elbow to knee, and straighten. Round and straighten. 2 to go. Straighten. Last one. Straighten and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it down. Change the hand and the leg. Again, elbow to knee. Round your spine and straighten the spine back out. Round, elbow to knee, and straighten. 3 more like this. Round, straighten. Round, straighten. Last one. Round, straighten, hold for 5. Stretch your hand and your foot away from one another. 2, 1, and rest. Peel off a layer of clothing if you need to. I'm nice and warm now, which is nice. Grab a drink of water if you need. Now, I think I've lost somebody. Oh no, Marissa's still there. Okay. Alrighty, from there we're going to lie down on our side. Hey, Riss. It was so dark I couldn't see. I was like, did she vanish? So you're lying down on your side now. Let me just move my camera a tiny bit so you can see. Lying down on your side, your legs are going to be out straight. So your bottom arm, your head is just resting on it. Both legs out straight, and they're just a little bit in front of you. So when you look down, you can see your feet. Then I want you to just look straight ahead again. Feel like you're lengthening through the top hip. So you're trying to pull that hip away. Keep that length and those hips stacked, one on top of the other. You're going to lift the top leg up and down. Up and down. As you lift the leg, it's like you're trying to reach it further and further away from you. Lift and lower. Lift, so it's sort of just at parallel position to the floor. 2 more. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Now, I want you to externally rotate that thigh. So it's like you're trying to get the inside seam to face forward. Your toes are going to point up. Keep the hips stacked and go up and down. Up and down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Again, keep feeling like you're lengthened through the top hip. Lift your underneath waist away from the ground. 1 more. This time, turn the toes down towards the ground, so you're internally rotating your thigh. And we're going to do the same thing, up and down. Up and down. Take your arm up to the ceiling if you want extended the challenge. Otherwise, you can keep it on your hips, or you can keep it in front of your chest. Just keep focusing on internally rotating that leg. 2 to go. All right. From there, you're going to bring that top leg so that it's behind the other one. press the hips forward slightly so you haven't rocked all the way backwards. We're going to work that bottom leg now. As you breathe out, lift the leg up and down. Lift and lower. My hand is just in front of my chest to stabilize me. I want you to feel like you're connected between your hip bones. Lift and lower. Take note of what your foot is doing. My foot is wanting to come and help me. Make it come from the inside thigh, right up high near the groin, not from your feet and your ankles. Ankle. 3 to go. 3, 2, 1. Hold. We're just going to hold for 30 seconds. Lift that leg up off the floor as high as you can. Feel like you're lengthening the foot away from you. You should be starting to feel a burn in the inside thigh about now. Relax your foot so it's like a dead fish at the end of your leg. Got 10 seconds to go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, rest. Now from there, I want you to bring your hand so that it's on either side of your waist. And I want you to give yourself a good squeeze so you can really feel to the abdominals and the back muscles on either side of your body. As you breathe out, you're going to squeeze the legs together and try and lift both of them off the floor, just a tiny bit, and back down. Lift both of the legs and back down. Got 6 of these to go, and down. So it's not about how high you can get your legs, it's really about engaging front and back obliques. Lift and back muscles. And 4, 3, 2, and 1, and rest. Now from there, grab 1 tin of beans. We're only actually going to be using 1 tonight. I initially was going to do 2, but I've changed all the exercises. So grab your tin of beans or your weight if you have one. Unless you have a shoulder injury, you're going to come up onto your elbow. If your shoulder is not loving this, you can do it lying flat. But if your shoulder is okay, I want you to come up, your legs are just going to be bent. Lift your bottom ribs away so you're working as much underneath as you are everywhere else. Your butt is still heavy on the ground. Bring your tin into the top hand and super glue your elbow to your side. Then you're going to bring it down in front of you, so it's going to come across the belly. Keeping your elbow where it is, take it back as far as you can, keeping that elbow bent. And then come down across the body and lift. So we're doing a little bit of external rotation, working the rotator cuff muscles, but also the underneath obliques are working. Lift and down. 3 to go. Keep lifting out of that bottom elbow. Make sure it's right underneath your shoulder. Now we're going to increase the work. Externally rotate, stretch it up towards the ceiling, bring it back down, and take it back across the body. Lift, stretch, bend, down. Lift, stretch, bend, down. Keep going. 5 to go. Again, keep lifting out of that bottom rib cage. Like you're trying to lift your armpit into your body. 3, 2, and last one. Then you're going to bring your can of beans, your arm's going to be straight. Keep lifting out of that underneath waist. It's going to go up to the ceiling and back down. Up to the ceiling and back down. Good. Lengthen your head. So you can see my neck is sort of in a bit of a weird angle. Try and get your head so that it's the same angle as your spine. It's kind of reaching up to halfway up the wall. 5 to go. 5, 4, keep lifting that underneath waist away from the ground. Lift your armpit into your body. 3, 2, and last one. And come up from there. You're going to keep the leg that was on the bottom and bring the ankle so that your leg is out in front of you. The other leg is going to be back. If you need to, if your butt cheek is sort of really high up in the air, just roll up the hand towel and shove it underneath. So you want to try and feel like both butt cheeks are evenly weighted on the floor. Then the bottom arm is going to go up and overhead. So you're going to stretch out the side that we were working to lift just then. These poor little tins, I don't think my food's going to be very edible once I'm done with all of these Pilates classes. 3 more breaths here. And then you're going to come and do exactly the same on the other side. So come lying down flat on your side. Legs are out straight in front of you. Lengthen your top hip away and lift your underneath waist. Make sure your eye line is forward, not down at your feet. And then you're just going to lift the top leg up and down. Lift and lower. Reach the foot away from you. It's like you're trying to touch something with your toes over in that direction. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. 3. Good. Last one. Now, externally rotate that leg so toes go up towards the ceiling. Make the rotation come from high up in the pelvis without letting the hips rock backwards. Take the leg up and down. Up and down. If you need to rotate the bottom leg to help you, do that. Up and down. It might not go up as high, but you should feel it is a lot harder to do. 4 to go. 4, 3, 2, 1. Internally rotate the leg. Toes point down towards the floor now. Up and down. Up and down. Up and down. You're just very gently connected through the front of the abdominals, so or the lower part of the abdominals, I should say, in between your hip bones. Keep internally rotating that leg. 3, 2, 1, and rest. Bring that top foot so that it's back behind your other leg. So it will take your pelvis slightly backward, that's okay. Now we're going to work the inside thigh off the bottom leg. You're going to take the leg up and down. Lift and lower. Good. And 4, 5. Try not to put too much weight into your hand. Make it come from your tummy instead. 3 to go. 3, 2, 1. Lift it up for 30 seconds. 30 seconds is the longest time when you're doing something you don't want to do. Take a breath in. Just keep on breathing. Just keep on thinking of drawing your hip bones towards one another. You can think about drawing your pelvic floor into your body. Halfway there. Keep lifting that leg. Really feel like the inside thigh is working. Relax your foot. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and rest. Bring both legs on top of each other. Bring that top hand onto the side of your waist. Find your balance, and then when you're ready, you're going to engage the tummy. Lift both legs off the floor and back down. And lift and back down. Lift, back down. 5 to go. 5, 4, squeeze those legs together. 3, 2, and last one, up and down. Now come up from there, bring those knees forward. Come up onto your elbow and grab your tin of beans again. Lift that underneath rib cage up and away. Feel like you're pulling your armpit into your body. Stick your elbow to your hip and start with the beans sort of towards the floor, across your belly. Then keep your elbow where it is and rotate up towards the ceiling. And back down. And rotate up. And back down. Good. So we're using gravity to help us with this exercise. Feel like your shoulder's in a really nice position, so you want to make sure you're open through the front of the chest as you take those beams backwards. Keep lifting that underneath rib cage. Lengthen out through the neck. So make sure the neck's not looking up or pointing up to the ceiling. It's sort of on the diagonal. All right, increase the work. Externally rotate. Keep that rotation. Take the arm back. Bring it in and release. Rotate. Reach. In. Release. Good. Out. In. Back down. Out. Up. In. And down. Just make sure that those ribs are sort of connected through the front, so your upper abdominals are working to keep those ribs a part of your body rather than letting your posture go into a little bit of a back arch. You're going to keep your spine just neutral. 2 more. Keep lifting out from that armpit. Keep dragging it into your body. All right, from here, bring your chin so that your arm is straight, your chin is sort of parallel to the floor. You go up and over to the ceiling and back down. Lift and reach. Lift and reach. Keep lifting the underneath waist away from the floor and reach. Good. 5 to go. 4, 3, 2, and last one. Bring your chin down. Come up into that kneeling position again. So the bottom leg is in front. Other leg goes back. Chuck your butt up if you need to. Bring that hand that was on the bottom, it's going to come up and overhead now. And you're just going to breathe here. Feel like as you breathe in, you expand through those ribs. One more breath. And then from there, you're going to come over onto your butt, seating. And you're going to shuffle down so that your feet are sort of closer towards the bottom of your mat. Hands behind your knees. We're going to go into the roll back. So as you breathe out, you're going to keep the length through your spine, but lay your pelvis flat on the floor. You go back as far as you can until your arms straighten. Then you're going to use your arms to help pull you up in that position. Then you sit up nice and tall at the end. So you create a lengthened curve in your back. Then you keep that curve as you come up and you use your arms. So we're getting a little bit of extra arm work out of this exercise. Roll it back. Now try and keep your shoulders away from your ears. Make your biceps and triceps do the work rather than your neck and your shoulders. And back. Engage the tummy. Use your arms. Now don't use your arms. Arms are going to come up, so they're stretching. Reach your fingertips towards the wall in front of you. Roll down until your pelvis is flat. Keep that lengthened shape and come all the way up. Your fingertips are going to go towards the floor. And then you sit up tall. Roll back. And roll back up. Breathe however feels comfortable. I like to breathe out on the way back. Take a breath at the bottom. And then breathe out on the way back up. But if that's too much tonight, just breathe however you want. And come up. Now we're going to go all the way down to the floor. But we're going to bring our elbows down back behind us. And we're going to stop when our elbows and our forearms are flat on the ground. Okay, so the tendency will be to just let your sort of chest flop down, your neck will go really weird. I want you to do the opposite of that. I want you to press the floor away so your chest is really nice and strong. So you're really lifted. You're getting a stretch through the front of your shoulders. Your chest is pressing up towards the ceiling. Then you're going to take one leg to tabletop and bring it back down. Other leg, we're doing our little single leg tabletop marches. So the leg, knee comes in, bent, and back down. Bent, and back down. Knee comes in and back down. Good work. Keep lifting out of the chest. Up and down. Now we're going to increase the work. Take the leg to tabletop and hold it there. Bring the next one up to join it. Lower one leg, lower the other leg. Lift, lift, lower, lower. Keep lifting out of the chest, up, down, down. Lift, lift, lower, lower. Keep on going, down, down. If this is getting too much for your shoulders, you can just lay down flat. Up, up, down, down. Hold both legs to tabletop. Tap one set of toes down and lift. Tap and lift. Tap and lift. You can just lie flat and go for your single leg lifts if you need to. Still engaging the abdominals, still building strength. Otherwise, we're going to do 2 more little taps on either side. And then from there, take your legs out straight. Bring yourself so you're all the way flat on the floor. And I want to just stretch your arms overhead, stretch your legs away, and you're just going to breathe. Now, if you're pregnant, just do this lying on your side. Reach and stretch. 5 more breaths here. Really reach your arms up as high as you can. It's okay if your shoulders come up towards your ears. Stretch your legs away. Then from there, you're going to roll yourself over. Come up to a sitting position and grab your towel. So if sitting on the floor is not comfortable for you, just sit on a chair. Go and grab a chair and drag it over. I'm here, so I'm just going to stay on the floor. Fold your towel in half lengthways, and you're just going to pop it so that it's underneath the base of your skull. Then you're just going to grab the ends. All you're going to do is use your arms to pull the towel forward. Pull your head back into your towel. And then release. And then pull your head backwards into your towel. And release. Feel like you're growing your head up towards the ceiling. Pull the towel. And release. So we're just activating the really deep extensor muscles in the back of the neck. Press forwards, or press towards. So towel towards the head, head towards the towel. Release. 1 more. Pull. And release. Let your towel go. You're just going to take your head from side to side. And then you're just going to look up towards the ceiling and down towards the floor. Up towards the ceiling, down towards the floor. Hold your eye line kind of looking down. I want you to take your eyes now. So look up towards the ceiling, then add your head and keep looking up. Now start your eyes looking down and then roll your head down. So eyes roll up, head rolls up, eyes keep going, eyes start going down, head goes down. So we're just trying to get your eyes to do a little bit more movement. If they've been staring at a screen all day, they've probably not done very much. So just getting the eyeballs to do a bit of work too. Eyes go up, head goes up, eyes go down, head goes down. Do a few blinks. I know that can make you feel a little bit funny. Grab your towel again. We're going to do 5 more of those little neck extensor exercises. Pull the towel into your head, push the head backwards, cross your knees the other way, just so it's a bit different in your pelvis, and then release. Pull into the towel, and release. 3 to go. Pull, and release, and again, pull, release. Last one, pull, release. Let the towel go. You're going to come up to standing again. 2 more roll downs to finish. So standing on your mat or on the floor, feet hip distance apart, weight is evenly distributed from the back to the front of your foot. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, nod your chin to your chest. Feel the weight of the head pull you down one vertebra at a time towards the floor. Inhale at the bottom and exhale, roll all the way up. Stack your spine. Head stacks up right at the end. Breathe in, breathe out, roll all the way down. Shoulders just droop down. Inhale here and exhale, roll all the way back up. One more because it feels so nice. Breathe in, breathe out, roll all the way down. Let your knees be relaxed, they're not super straight. Roll all the way up. Take a big breath in. Arms circle backwards for 3, 2, 1. Circle them forwards. 1, 2, 3. Give yourself a little shake, and you're all done for tonight.